it ain't too many built like Kyrie Irving. In fact, if you got that cloth of Kyrie Irving, you can recognize it. Everybody can't recognize this same cloth. I'm gonna say that this cloth is probably the same cloth that I want to say that Colin Kaepernick also has this cloth. Muhammad Ali, he's built this way. It's not a few people that's built this way because it's a mixture of things. And that's why people such as Kyrie get understood. And where I say it's a mixture of things is because they have these certain beliefs and they really want to make this a better world where they live at, right? And where a lot of people don't get it, and it's just like he becomes a nuisance to them, is they think where it's like, all right, well, I bet you if I put you around 10, 20 million, you ain't gonna be like that. And when they don't make the decisions that people think that they make the decisions that they should be making, it puts some people, not everybody, I'm not saying everybody that disagrees with him is like this, but for a lot of people, I'm gonna say, especially if you want to say the pale type, for a lot of them, it scares them. All right. They don't understand it because I don't know if you've ever been around those folks and they call themselves broke and then they'll have like $80,000 in the bank. And it's like, that's not broke, but it's like in their world, that's broke, right? Those type people, like they are very afraid of someone like Kyrie. All right. And what really puts the twist on people like him and such as Colin Kaepernick, I'm going to say even more than Colin Kaepernick, will put the twist on someone like him is that they can't just say, oh, well, just do this, just trading or just get them out of here and move on because they have a talent that everybody don't have. They tried to put that narrative on Colin Kaepernick and it just wouldn't stick. It's even to the point now where especially with the quarterback power running, you see Lamar Jackson doing some of that. Even my team, the Buffalo Bills, you see Josh Allen doing something like that. And Colin Kaepernick was already doing that. I'm talking about the power running. I'm not talking about just running out of the pocket. I'm talking about that straight up quarterback bull power running, right? So that wasn't able to stick on him. So there's not too many people that's built like Kyrie. Now, some of y'all might say, oh, yeah, well, what about him and the flat earth thing? I don't think a lot of y'all got what that flat earth thing was about. And even when I heard him talking, I read it. Now, this is a whole nother stream. I ain't said that much here, but this is a whole nother stream. But the flat earth thing, you want to know when people was talking about the flat earth, what it really was, and that's what Kyrie was trying to get to the reporter, is really to see if you'll even have an open mind to be able to accept someone saying something like that. That's really what it's about. Because you know what the truth is? The truth is there's some things here that we have accepted as pure fact, and it's not pure fact. And the people that's definitely not going to be able to believe it are the same people that trip off the flat earth thing. It really ain't even about the flat earth. It's about your response, right? There's some stuff we believe here in this country that in other parts of the world, it is a joke. I'm not even about to go into it right now. Go and have a conversation with somebody in Africa. Go and have a conversation with some Europeans. Go and have a conversation with a Russian about World War II. What they believe is going to be totally different than what you believe and what you were taught. And that goes back into the whole flat earth thing, right? So, that's all that the flat earth theory was with Kyrie Irving. I've seen a pattern here of free thinking with him, as far as him wanting to get the league, wanting for them to get their own league. I thought that was brilliant. I'm not an NBA basketball player, but I saw that possible with my own eyes years ago. You know why? Y'all know I stayed most of my life in Los Angeles. So I had the opportunity to attend some Drew League games. And when I saw this, when I felt the intensity, now it's not no whole stadium or anything like that, but when I felt the intensity, I'm like, yo, this is way more intense than an NBA game. And I started looking at this like, yo, these dudes, all they have to do is cut the middleman out. They getting these old white men money that don't care nothing about them. They getting them paid. Really, all they have to do is cut them out. And they can fill up, they may not have the stadiums that they got, but they can fill up some places and make some pretty good money, right? You won't, they won't probably be playing in buildings with like 25,000, but who knows? We don't know because they won't even, they haven't tried. They'll have more of their money. They'll really cut the middleman out. So I think that was brilliant with him doing that. But we're living in a world where, man, people ain't gonna do that. You're not gonna get a majority of people to do that because people is mostly money. Like, I mess with Kyrie Irving, man. I would say I fucks with Kyrie Irving. I relate to people like Kyrie Irving because, like I said earlier, what makes him a twist is he just really wants his bills paid. We didn't even talk about how he gave a whole bunch of money to WNBA players when they got shut down out of his own pocket. We didn't even talk about that. Out of his own pocket. He walked the walk and talked that talk because I know this is hard to believe. What I'm about to tell you is hard to believe, all right? Some of y'all, it's going to fuck your head up after I tell you this because you're going to be like, oh, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. What's going to happen? There is something coming after this that is probably better than this, but it depends on how you act in this. I don't think that we was sent here to earth to get a whole bunch of money and fuck bitches. Excuse my language. I don't think that is the primary purpose of all this. I think a simple purpose for all of us should be, I want this to have something to do with this being a better world when I'm done. I think that's a simple purpose for all of us in our own way. Whether you good at making hand baskets, and these hand baskets they were using on the field to serve some of the injured soldiers, like something to make this a better world. And we've lost on that, But I will say even a lot of the rich celebrities believe in this to a degree. That's why it's called clearing your chakra. That's why you'll see some celebrities that don't even believe in any type of doing good or anything like that, but they'll still donate money and give money for this, that, and the fourth, because even they believe in that whole balancing of clearing chakras. But it's some people out there that are organically like that, and they're willing to turn their backs on money. All right. They're willing to retire, and they're like, if he really retires right now, his legacy is finished. He got a championship and all that, but he ain't gonna have the biggest legacy that he could have had. Probably will still make the Hall of Fame. And if he retired like this, on this note, about the vaccine, I don't think he's going to be a first round ballot Hall of Famer. And I think he should, though. But I don't think he'll be a first round ballot Hall of Famer. They're probably not going to talk about that shot that he made. I really did not think that they was going to beat the Golden State Warriors that year. And there's no way they would have beat the Golden State Warriors that year if it wasn't for Kyrie Irving and that shot. And we all know about the block about from LeBron James. But look, I don't want to get too much off of it. I think we need more people out there like Kyrie Irving. And I think as time goes on, you're going to have way less and way less. But I hope I'm wrong. Hopefully there's young cats that's looking at people like this, man, because like what really makes him different than a lot of people and why I relate to him is that he is skilled better than average. So yeah, you want to say, oh, don't listen to him. He has a different type of belief. Cut him off. Yeah, but it's like, look how skilled he is, though. You just can't say, no, look how skilled he is. That's why I tell y'all so much about my comedy special, because that's going to be my chance to show y'all how skilled I am. And then you'll see, okay, this is why they don't want this dude to be able to talk, because they just can't be like, oh, look at his hair. He dumb as hell. Don't listen to him. It'll make you say, oh, wow, look at what he's doing. Wow, look at this premise. Look how he did that. Look how skilled he is. That's what makes him different than a lot of people. But it takes a different kind of man to say, yes, I'm skilled as this, but this is the right decision to make. All right. And I'm not saying taking the vax or not taking the vax is the right decision. It's everybody got their own decision to make. Everybody got their own decision to make. And he's making what he would call the right decision for himself. Now, he never said that he wasn't going to take it. He said he don't want to talk about it. And he's not vaccinated at that time. He might get vaccinated. And some of y'all going, oh, this whole time he's part of Illuminati. And I don't think none of that is the truth. Is that, it's a lot riding on him. And I know that brother got a lot on his shoulders right now because he's the one that put that team together in the Nets. That was his brain thought right there, right? And, you know, I want to see this brother win. I'm a Lakers fan. I don't want them to beat us. But in life, period, I want to see this brother win. And I know he wants to see himself win. So if he turns around and he takes the vaccine, I won't look at him any more negative than I'm looking at him now because, I mean, he started up a topic. He started up a debate about it. We had to do a friend or foe about it. This whole week he's been on the news. They've been talking about it. Everybody wondering, is he going to get traded? He had to sacrifice something. But before this, he has shown a pattern of free thinking and trying to do what's better for the community and not for himself. That's why I have to disagree with any sentiments I've heard of him being selfish and being out for himself. I can't agree with none of that because a lot of the stuff he's doing will be better for everyone else. You know, of course, LeBron wasn't going to be for that because LeBron is the richest out of that and it will cut down his money. And I'm not judging LeBron, but I'm just going to say this and I'm going to end it just like this. For those of y'all don't know, my favorite player of all time, you know, and I'm not saying he's the greatest of all time. He's my personal favorite of all time is Kobe Bryant. A lot of people will say Michael Jordan is the absolute GOAT. Okay, that's fine. Then you have LeBron James. Now, it's another thing other than playing the game of basketball. There's what you do when you have the spotlight off the court. I want to say that from Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and LeBron James, it's not even a comparison on LeBron James being better than them other two as far as our rights and talking about policies being made against black people, talking about stuff that has happened, black folks that have been killed by the police. Kobe and Jordan didn't even talk about that. LeBron James, he definitely has a title of that. You can't compare Kobe and Jordan. I'm a Kobe Bryant fan. But when it comes to talking about those off the court issues, you can't compare Kobe and Michael to LeBron. He has definitely took this topic away. But I will say this. I'm going to say LeBron, you can't compare him to Kyrie Irving. There's another level after that. I don't think LeBron can ever go to that level because he already got so much money. It's almost like Kevin Hart. He can only say but so much, but no, Kevin Hart, that's even worse. Kevin Hart don't even, I don't know. Why don't they just stop killing people? He ain't that's what he gonna say. He's just gonna move on. I ain't gonna say LeBron that bad, but I will say that he definitely can't go to a Kyrie level because of the money. In reality, he really can. It's just they don't want to, and it's a lot of money. So you got to be built a certain type of way to do what Kyrie Irving does. And yes, he is a pest. He's a pest to a lot of people because you know why? He even makes someone like LeBron James have to look at themselves and say, okay, he making me look a certain type of way. We all accept LeBron James because, I mean, this man don't spoke up. But even Kyrie Irving, they can even take it to a point where it's like, ooh, he even making you look a certain type of way, man. I know. I relate to it. Let all them other cats be quiet. All right. You know, we only get one of these things, man. You only get one of these things. And then some of us, if there's any way we can help people that look like us out, and if it means that we ain't gonna be remembered as the greatest point guard of all time, if it means that, you know, we may only do one or two specials our whole career. If it means that we may only get 2 or 3 championship rings and we should have 4 or 5. If it's to get a word out, that's for the betterment of our community, we willing to do it. And it ain't too many of us out there. And I really wish, I really hope this young community gets a hold of what he's doing, gets a hold of what Colin Kaepernick is doing. So this next generation, they can even do it better. Just like our athleticism and physicality, it gets better and better each generation. I hope they do the same with this activism. And I must say that I put him on the higher tier levels of athletes with activism. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put him up there with the Muhammad Ali's and all that. But as you probably already figured out, yes, Kyrie Irving is definitely a friend. Anyways, y'all know how we like to end our videos over here on Moxy Approved, right? With that water. I see y'all here next time on Moxy Approved.
Water, hydrate.